Hello, and welcome to the Group B, F, M, and S Inspection Overview. This module will define the business, factory, mercantile, and storage occupancy types, the codes that govern them, and the common violations found. The business occupancy type covers a broad variety of businesses and uses. Generally speaking, when an occupancy and its use cannot be otherwise classified, it falls in either the business or utility occupancy classification. F, or factory occupancies, cover buildings and businesses that conduct some type of processing or manufacturing. There are two subclassifications: hazardous and storage. The hazardous classifications are divided into F1 and F2. F1 covers moderate hazard occupancies, such as bakeries, manufacturers of bicycles, boats, cameras. In the F1 occupancy, the processes and materials are slightly more hazardous than the F2, which are low-hazard manufacturing facilities, such as glass, beverages up to 16% alcohol content, gypsum, and ice. Group M, the mercantile occupancy classification, covers buildings that display and sell merchandise. Although this occupancy type can have large quantities of hazardous material, the products are not in use. And Group S, or storage, covers buildings used for storage of a variety of materials. The S1 subcategory covers moderate hazard storage like bamboo and rattan, aircraft hangars, buttons, indoor dry boat storage. S2 subcategory covers low hazard storage of non-combustible packaged materials like cement in bags, chalk, crayons, dry cell batteries, empty cans, mirrors. Group U. The miscellaneous Group U occupancies are defined as buildings and structures that are accessory in character and are not classified in any other specific occupancy classification. So let's start the inspection. The address must be clearly visible from the street on a contrasting background and not obstructed. Fire lanes should be kept clear at all times. The markings need to be easily identified. Fire lanes are required to be stenciled every 30 feet or have signs every 100 feet facing traffic. Fire hydrants are required to have 3 feet of clear space. The caps need to be in place. The hydrant should not have any leaks. Many large occupancies have private fire hydrants. Look for blue dot hydrant markers indicating their location. Private hydrants are required to be visually inspected annually and flow tested every 5 years. Documentation of testing and maintenance is required to be on site. Check the fire department connection, or FDC. Signage indicating the connection type is required. All FDCs must have caps in place, inlets free of debris. A minimum of 3 feet of clear space around FDCs is required. Post indicator valves, or PIVs, and outside stem and yoke, or OS and Y valves, must be locked in the open position. There should be no corrosion and minimal leaks. Fire alarm and sprinkler bells must be clearly labeled with instructions to call the fire department when the bell rings. If the sprinkler riser is difficult to locate, find the sprinkler bell outside. The riser is usually inside on the opposite side of the bell. On the interior of the building, check the alarm panel. All the lights should indicate the system is functioning normally. Some alarm panels have a display that provides detailed information about the system's status. Alarm panels are required to have backup power. When the backup power is provided by batteries, the installation date must be indicated directly on the batteries. Batteries must be replaced every 5 years. Documentation of weekly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual testing and maintenance of the alarm system is required. If the alarm is out of service, a fire watch is required. The policy and instructions for a fire watch can be found on the San Diego Fire Rescue Department website. Locate the sprinkler riser. Doors to riser rooms should be clearly marked and the rooms themselves free of storage. This equipment is required to have at least 5 feet of clearance in all directions. The 5-year certification sticker is required to be affixed to the riser, and nothing is to be attached to any portion of this system at any time. Interior standpipes have the same requirements as exterior standpipes. There should be no debris inside the inlets, and caps must be securely affixed. Again, nothing is to be attached to any component of this system. Documentation of monthly, quarterly, annual, and 5-year inspection, testing, and maintenance is required. Sprinkler systems are required to be inspected, tested, and maintained monthly, quarterly, annually, and every 5 years. No storage is permitted above or within 18 inches below the level of the sprinkler head. Nothing can be attached to any sprinkler system component. In this photo, the clothing and hanger will need to be removed. Here, there's storage above the level of the sprinkler head in violation of the fire code. If the sprinkler system is not functioning, a fire watch is required. Now let's discuss locks, doors, and exiting. The main entrance to B occupancies are permitted to have a key locking device only when the device can be easily distinguished as locked and a sign posted above the door stating this door will remain unlocked when the building is occupied. The use of a key-operated lock can be revoked by the fire marshal at any time. All exit doors and door hardware must function properly. Exit doors must be readily distinguishable, are not permitted to have mirrors, curtains, blinds, or other decor affixed at any time. They should not stick or be difficult to open and must not be obstructed, must be operable from the inside without a key or without special knowledge of how to use it. Fire doors shall be inspected annually at a minimum and repaired or replaced whenever damaged. Fire doors must self-close and latch and may not be propped open. Here are examples of defeating the purpose of a fire-rated assembly. When installed with permits and according to code, magnetic door holders may be used to hold fire doors open. When devices detect a fire or smoke, the magnet releases the door and it should close and latch automatically. Magnetic hold-open devices require periodic testing and maintenance. When egress doors are used in pairs, such as double doors, automatic flush bolts are permitted. However, doorknobs and any other surface-mounted hardware are prohibited. Fire doors are to be tested regularly by the owner-occupant to make certain they function properly. Fire door labels located on the door and/or door jamb are not to be painted or removed. All exit paths and doors must be free of all obstructions. Exit signs must be clearly visible from a distance and all bulbs must be working. The exit path is required to be illuminated. Emergency lighting must be capable of illuminating when there is no power. The boxes stored in the exit path in this photo and the chains here are good examples of violations that need to be corrected immediately. Fire-resistive construction shall be maintained in an approved condition at all times. All breaches in fire-resistive construction must be restored to approved condition. Only fire-rated materials should be used to repair holes in walls. The repair must be equal in rating to the surface being repaired. In this photo, holes were made to run piping, but the area around the pipes is open. This photo shows a breach in the fire-resistive construction to the ceiling, which should be repaired immediately. And here there is red fire caulking in the chases, restoring the fire-resistive construction. All fire extinguishers must be visually inspected monthly and serviced annually. Records of this inspection and service should be kept on site. The minimum size for fire extinguishers is 2A 10BC. A minimum of 3 feet of unobstructed space is required for access. Electrical rooms and panels must be free of combustibles. All breakers must be labeled either by labeling each switch or completing the panel schedule. All open spaces are required to have approved blanks or covers. Cover plates must be in good condition and completely cover the outlet, switch, or box. All splices shall be inside electrical boxes. Here's an example of good, clean electrical splicing, and here's a violation of the fire code. Extension cords are for temporary use with portable appliances only. When the portable device being powered is grounded, the extension cord shall be grounded as well. Extension cords must be plugged directly into a wall outlet or power strip with surge protection and may power only one portable device at a time. Here is a good example of what should not be in use. Thank you for doing your part to keep your businesses open, safe, and thriving. Please contact the Fire Prevention Bureau with any questions or for assistance.